I happen to believe in studying and being involved in creativity for 50 years now, that great creativity is almost a miracle, born out of the passion of a great creator, fueled by resources and sometimes teamwork and sometimes serendipity. It's interesting, after all these years being involved and even coming back to Disney, I still kind of marvel at creativity in its highest form. How did that happen? And it goes back to artistry and artists and passion and vision, and it's actually what makes this company and what makes this business so much fun.
Breaking overnight, a change in leadership at Disney. Bob Iger is returning as CEO.
I was brought back for a reason. The company had gone through a very difficult period, exacerbated by global pandemic. And more than anything, the company needed stability. I was the CEO of the company for 15 years and the executive chairman for 2. I was also COO for 5 years, so I had a lot of experience at or near the top of this company and learned a tremendous amount over that period of time. And so coming back, clearly I am turning to my own experiences and my own learning, but I'm also well aware that today's environment is different. You have to be, I think, completely capable of adapting quickly. Reducing costs is not necessarily one's favorite thing to do in running a company. It is a necessary thing to do often, particularly as conditions change. It's not the easiest thing in the world to accomplish. It does force a discipline and a focus. You take a creatively driven company and you apply technology the way Pixar did, and you suddenly end up with this combination that Steve Jobs talked about. What really made Steve's heart sing, as he said it, was the combination of great creativity with great technology. And you look at Pixar and what they did, and that combination enabled them to remain relevant without changing any storytelling values. Cheering on the hero's journey, ultimately good conquers evil, all of those things in all of those stories, but told or presented in very relevant ways. You can take a movie that was made in 1937 by Walt Disney, Snow White, and put it on Disney Plus to be consumed on a mobile device, and that film, the same film that he created in 1937, will feel a lot more relevant today to an audience. Young people today starting out at companies, as I did back in 1974, I don't think expect to stay at the same company for their entire lives or their entire career. I'm not sure that I knew what to expect when I started out either, though. I was extremely fortunate in that I started working at a company and in a business that experienced phenomenal growth and expansion over the course of really the 5 decades that I worked in it. If you study great brands over time and you try to figure out why do some companies stand the test of time and remain relevant, you would quickly conclude that most companies that go away, that fade away because they've abandoned the core values that created the company and the values in the first place. In the interest of staying relevant, they distance themselves from the very essence of what they were when they began. There is a way to completely adhere to those same values, provided they're the right values, but to present them to the world, to your customers, even to your employees in much more relevant ways.